Go.
Hey, welcome back to the show Everything Under the Sun, where we talk about everything under the sun. If you have noticed, we are back with better audio. That's due to the new mic that I have recently purchased, and I'm very satisfied
Very
with my
nice.
purchase. Uh, so basically, today we're back with um, a pretty interesting topic when it comes to I mean, let's
Chinese New
just
Year.
get right into it, lah. Yeah,
Yeah.
because like with Chinese New Year celebrations currently underway, right? Like like one thing we would normally get is angpao, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And for those who are watching, if you're not Chinese or if you know little about the Chinese culture, um, what angpaos are basically uh, translated directly into English, angpao means red packet, and um, what are in these packets are basically money lah. So what we have in Chinese culture is angpao, and normally married people give them to unmarried people, and
Right.
that's why like us as teenagers who are unmarried, I think all of you are unmarried,
Most
right?
of us,
Yeah. For most of us teenagers who
maybe.
are currently unmarried, yeah, that's where we get the angpao from our elders. And yeah, so these are what angpaos are. And so like I guess coming back to the topic is, I mean, with so much money that we receive, like how do we like go about managing it, right? Like, how do we
Mm.
Yeah.
um you know yeah,
Manage angpao money.
yeah, man.
What to do with the money?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, can I just start by saying this? Like, I just feel like Chinese New Year and the whole like concept behind it is so like money centric. It's so centered around money. Like Chinese people
Yeah.
just love money so much. Like, heck, the first thing we say when we greet people for Chinese New Year is 恭喜发财. And if you're watching and you don't know what that means, like, hello, uh, 恭喜发财 basically translates to uh what
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
yeah,
Get rich.
congratulations, you're
You
rich,
are
you
rich.
know.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's how much like if you're watching and you're not Chinese and you want to like understand why I said Chinese people love money, like that's our entire greeting. That's like the and that's everything that we say. I mean
Mm.
like
Yeah.
like all even all the greetings like um 万事如意, that's like money minded as well. I mean like okay, people don't
I mean,
really
we just
mean it
we
that way,
just
but then like
yeah, we're just wishing like our families and
yeah,
like our friends of like, to have like a prosperous new year, that kind of thing lah.
Yeah.
Prosperous
prosperous
new year.
when
Prosperous new
we
year, yeah.
we even have a money god,
Yeah.
like the Chinese
God of money,
even
man. Prosperity
prosperity
God.
prosperity god, you know. So like um if you're unfamiliar with Chinese culture, this is how much we love money. So yeah.
Mm.
So I guess we can just start off by saying this, like with a simple question, which is like, when did your parents start giving you control over your angpao money? Like because like for me when I was a kid, like my mom would keep all my angpaos. Like since I can remember, like she would keep all my angpao and then she would like stash it. She would say that she puts it in a bank account that is under my name.
Yeah.
But to this day, I still have like no clue on like or no
Nice.
information on what this bank account is and like what it,
Yes.
like what's
Yeah.
the bank and like yeah. So hey man, a bit sus,
I
how
mean, for
how about you
for
guys?
me, right? Like the day hasn't come yet. Cause honestly, right, up to this day, my parents still like keep my money. Like
Oh
what Isaac
man,
said, my
all
parents
right.
still like have this kind of thing where, okay, basically we collect all the angpao, right? We count it together as a family, like me and
Mm-hmm.
my brother and my sister, and then
Mm-hmm.
my mom would keep it and she would bank into our joint account lah,
Okay.
or a joint account lah, right?
So a
But
joint account between three of you or like
no,
between you and your
between like
parents?
between me and my parents lah, like each of us with a joint account, like each kid with
Oh,
a joint
okay,
account with the
okay,
parent, that
okay.
kind of thing. Yeah.
Interesting.
So they'll bang into the account for each of us.
Uh-huh.
But it's all like what Isaac said. Like we don't really know where this money goes. Like I can remember opening
Yeah.
my bank book like 5 years ago and seeing this amount, and I would open it like just last year I checked again, and the amount didn't really change. It's about the same. But like 5 Chinese New Years have passed, and like I don't even know, man. Like, yeah, I don't know, corrupt
I don't even
government,
know how much I
that
have
kind of thing.
like in that
Yeah, but
account, quote
to a certain
unquote.
extent, I sort of get it lah. Cause like parents have to give
Yeah.
out angpao during Chinese New Year, and
Yeah,
like
yeah,
the
yeah.
way they sort of like balance their books is through the angpao money that
Yeah,
their
yeah.
children get.
True,
You know
true.
that kind of
That's
thing.
true. That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
How
I
about
don't
you,
blame them
Adrian?
for giving
Uh,
out angpao money. Yeah.
Yeah.
for me, I'm actually same like Eddie. So like, I don't have control over my angpao money. Like, let's say if I want to spend my angpao money on something that I really want,
Mm-hmm.
I can't really do that.
Oh,
Um, how I
Sadness.
how I spend my money on the things I want is through my own savings lah.
okay,
So
okay.
I mean, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's an Asian thing to do where like all the parents, they just take your ang pao stash and just like put it in your
Mm-hmm.
bank account, quote
Yeah,
unquote, right?
yeah,
Quote
yeah,
unquote.
yeah.
So I actually wonder like sometimes like, wow, what if my parents secretly use my money, man? It's like, come on, it's my ang pao money. Like my relatives give it to
Cause, cause
me,
like,
not.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's not like agents slash parents, but
Yes.
but I um okay, to be honest, I used to be like very money minded. It's like everything it's all about money, right?
Hey man, you can't
Mm.
help
Um
it. You're Chinese.
yeah, but slowly I like start to like think from a different point of view. Where like, hey man, I'm just using my money to like bless the government and bless Malaysia. So just
Bless my
something
Prosperous
to be
parents.
economy.
to be happy about lah, and to not
Yeah,
look at things like so negatively.
yeah.
But like, yeah, man, it's kind of
Cool.
sad sometimes.
I think I think I'm the only one that has control over my angpao money.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I started having control. Like my mom started trusting me with it since I think 2 years back, or like one
Mm.
year back. I think like so it's fairly recently lah. So yeah, but the thing about me is that if you know me, I don't have a very good relationship with money. It it comes in,
It
it
goes
stays
out.
in for a bit, then like when I see something, it goes out. Like when I lay my eyes on
Yeah.
something, then like money
Yeah.
just disappears. Just I don't know where it goes. Like
Yeah.
it
It
just
It
grows
gets
grows
goes.
legs and then it walks off, right?
yeah, man.
Walks out of the
Like
bank
it
account.
it jumps out of my wallet and like walks to the store, and then like I see something that like, I see a new pair of
Yeah.
pants coming in. I'm like, whoa, where did these come from? Yeah, but to simply put it, I'm not the best when it comes to like money
Money
management and
management.
saving. Yeah,
Mm.
Yeah.
so like how about how
Actually,
about how about like all of you, like do you have like struggles with money or like
I feel like um you're not the only one who like struggles with this. I feel like a lot of like teenagers, they also like
yeah,
go through what you're going through lah, like
yeah, yeah,
spend a lot and that kind of thing.
yeah,
Um for me, I don't think that I have a okay, I don't think I have a spending problem. I just put it that way. I feel
okay,
like I'm pretty frugal, as
yeah, yeah,
frugal comes lah,
you really
like
are.
I don't know, like
I
okay,
mean
like
which is a good thing. I mean, like
I
because
know, I know,
like
I know,
you have a lot of savings and like
but
that
like
pays off in the long run.
I don't want like back then last time when I was younger, like a few years back, I was like very careful of how I spend money. I still am very careful about how I spend money, but last time I was more like very you know how they say very stingy with how I
Yeah.
Right,
spend
right,
money,
right.
like even when I go out I also wouldn't want to like eat so much
Pay for
and
food and all that, right?
pay for food, like
Yeah.
not even
Yeah.
not talking about my friends, it's talking about for my own self. Like I see
Conservative lah,
yeah,
conservative.
not very conservative. It's more like very stingy lah. Like I
It's
just
like too
don't
much already,
like to
lah.
spend money, that kind of thing. But like as I grew up, I started to realize like by watching how my parents interact and everything that just because you're frugal doesn't mean you have to be stingy, that kind of thing,
Mm-mm.
you can be frugal, and you also can be taifeng, you also can be generous,
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
you
yeah.
know like just because you're generous doesn't mean that you simply spend money, and just because like a person is frugal doesn't mean that the person is stingy, that kind of thing, you
Yeah,
know
I think just adding on to that, like I recently like came across a documentary, like a video of some sort. Um,
mm,
it was talking about this guy who met this Japanese like businessman who's like really rich, and then the way this Japanese businessman approaches money is he has this concept and this term that he coined, which is quite cheesy. It's called arigato money. So essentially, what it means is that I thank the money, or I thank the money that I let it go. It's like some Mary. It's kind of like a Mary Kondo like thing. Like if it doesn't
yeah,
spark
but
joy, I'll go like okay, thank you, and then I'll like throw it away
yeah
or something.
but I feel like a lot of like wealthy people have this kind of mindset where
Yeah,
they keep
yeah,
on saying like, if you don't give your money away, your money won't come back in, that kind of thing.
yeah, yeah.
And they
Which
use it to
is
say
Mm.
like it's good to be generous, that kind of thing. You
yeah,
keep so
yeah,
much
yeah.
money also,
Which
like
is
there's no
similar to
point,
what which is similar to what the Japanese guy like sort
Mm.
of had lah. So I think
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I found that quite interesting. So yeah.
Mm.
How about you,
I
Adrian?
think yeah, the problem that I have with money, cause right, let's say if I want to like get new clothes
Mm,
or have a change of like wardrobe lah.
okay.
I don't usually use my money.
Mm.
I don't use my own money to change my own wardrobe.
Wow, you're so
Um,
lucky.
yeah,
Yeah.
my so
Same
I
actually.
usually go like if I go out with my parents, then if I see something that
Yeah.
Mm.
catches my eye, that's like actually this is not bad lah, but I don't know whether it's just like an Asian thing to do, but when you approach a particular item, right,
Mm.
you would always check the price first,
Yeah,
even
I
though
definitely.
think I think that's universal. Nah, I I
like
think like everyone does that.
like if you go into like an H&M, if you go in H&M or Uniqlo, you like okay, that looks nice. Let me check the price first. If
Mm.
it's more than if it's above your budget, okay, I won't think twice about it. It's definitely I won't definitely get it, that kind of thing.
Correct.
Mm,
Um
Yeah.
but I think but the thing that I usually spend on is going out with friends,
Yeah.
like paying for meals and all that,
weekends
right?
dinner,
Food.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Food. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my
So
gosh.
um so that's why I kind of agree with like Eddie lah.
Mm,
That would I would try not to spend too much on food, just
Mm.
because that food I can just eat like a bit, as long as it satisfies me, then I'm good lah.
yeah.
Mm.
Um but if you say like other than meals or like other stuff, I think yeah, I don't really have a struggle besides saving up enough saving up sufficient money for myself lah.
Yeah.
So like if I want to have meals outside
Mm.
with my friends, or go badminton, or just like going out but my parents aren't there, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah. But
I feel.
the thing with my parents, right, it's not like
Mm.
if I ask anything, then they'll buy, that kind of thing. They
Yeah,
also
right.
yeah,
Right.
see
yeah, yeah.
lah. This like
Correct, 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 correct.
value. If it's value, if it's like a value, then they definitely get it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
if it's not, then yeah. So I think I've kind of like caught on to that, especially now
Mm.
like COVID time, right? Like you don't really go out, so you don't really need to dress up. So I was like,
Yeah.
Correct, correct.
I really do like online shopping, or like use money lah.
Mm,
Actually,
Mm.
yeah,
Correct, correct. But
yeah.
I feel like there are certain ways or certain things that we can do to cultivate like better money management habits lah,
yeah, for
right?
sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like for me, like one thing that I try not to do is when I go out, I don't order drinks.
Wow.
Like for
Mm.
me, right, when I go out, I try to bring my bottle around,
Yeah.
not just cause like
Your big ass metal.
yeah, my big metal bottle, if you all know, I very 水桶 one, like I drink a lot of
That
water one.
shit's damn
But
heavy, bro.
yeah, but like it's like I don't know, just the way I see it lah. If you have
Yeah.
like okay, when you go out for a meal, right? One meal as in the food alone costs around like what 15.90, 16.90 on average. I think that's pretty cheap already.
Yeah.
15, yeah.
15.90,
That's
16.90,
quite
correct?
cheap. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
That's quite
yeah.
cheap, right? But then if you go to like those high class cafes or those more like hipster cafes, right? The food normally costs like 20 plus. And then
Yeah.
like
Yep.
the drinks cost an additional $10.
20 plus,
You
I
know?
think 20 plus for a hipster cafe is like pretty standard. But like there are
Standard,
some that
right?
go up to like 30. And
Yeah,
that's when
correct,
I
correct.
just like,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
nah,
But
I'm
if you
not
think
going
about
here.
it, but if you think about it, right, if you choose to go to that place, that means you are ready to spend. Like in your mind, you definitely tell yourself, like, okay, today's lunch, I'm definitely gonna spend 30 ringgit.
True,
So
true,
like
true.
you
Yeah,
kind of
true, true,
prepare your
true,
mind
true.
for it.
Correct, correct.
That's
But
true, that's true.
it's more like it's more like I don't know. I just find like drinks like very like I don't know. Sometimes
Unnecessary.
sometimes
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
sometimes I will feel like I want to drink it. Then of course I will treat myself and drink it.
Like
But
if it's
sometimes
Yeah.
if I
if
feel
it's
like
a really hot day, then like yeah, sure,
yeah,
right?
but if
Yeah,
it's like very most of the times I find it very unnecessary. Like
yeah.
it's
Because
quite
I
overpriced
think
lah. You know that kind of
I
thing.
think on the business aspect of things, like restaurants actually earn a lot from beverages as well. Like if you pop
Yeah.
a can of
Definitely.
Coke, like if you bought a can of Coke from like let's say 7-Eleven, it probably only
Mm.
costs you like two bucks plus,
Yeah.
But if you pop it in a if you opened it in a restaurant, then it will cost you like $5. And that's like a
Right.
Yeah.
$3 markup. So like, they
Correct. Correct.
actually earn a lot
Mm.
from it. So yeah.
Yeah.
So
And
I guess I hear what you're saying, like it's pretty illogical and it's pretty like unnecessary as well.
mm,
Yeah.
Mm.
I mean, it's more like small things like this, like in my perspective, in my opinion, that
Mm.
could help, like save up a bit lah. Like if
Yeah,
you
yeah.
Yeah.
let's say you go out to eat like 4 times a week, 4 times a week, 4 times a month lah, basically once a week lah, and like one drink costs an average of like $5, you already save like $20 if you don't order
Yeah.
drinks.
Yeah.
If you look at
Yep.
it that way lah,
Yeah.
you
You
know.
could
That's
buy
true.
another meal
Yeah,
at a hipster cafe.
yeah,
So
exactly.
Bro,
Like
can
twenty
buy like
bucks is like
two roti canai, bro.
$20 two roti canai.
No, I see like $5, $5, two roti
Oh yeah,
canai.
yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. For sure, man. Three also can lah, I think.
yeah, man. Yeah.
But
But
So
I think like why people struggle with money, right?
mm,
Or like why I personally struggle with money is because sometimes like you don't really see the bigger picture first. Because
yeah.
you look at, like, let's say if I'm looking for a brand new earphones
Mm,
that I plan to get, or a brand new desk that I want to get. It's like if if you don't really need it, this is what my dad kind of like thought, like not
mm,
taught me, but he indirectly um taught me. It's like, um if you still can use it, then just use it.
yeah. If it
If it's
ain't
not
broke, don't
broken yet,
fix it. Yeah.
yeah,
yeah,
exactly. So like, I don't know, sometimes people are just they kind of want the aesthetic instead of
Yeah.
the necessity lah.
Yeah.
It's
mm,
Yeah.
like,
it's
Yeah.
true.
um if you still can put stuff on it and it's not wonky, I'm pretty sure it's good enough to use it first lah. Unless you
Yeah.
Yeah,
really
Yeah.
really like need some, like, unless like your desk is like, you see like one leg like slowly falling out, or like your
mm,
earphones like one side is missing and you really need both earphones for
mm,
like a project or assignment or
Mm,
anything, then only you
yeah.
consider lah. And
mm,
Yeah.
especially like the economy now, I actually don't know,
Mm.
like a lot of people say like, oh, you should save, but some say you should spend. um but I think like,
Um,
yeah,
I also
but I
confused,
think
man.
you should spend within your means as well. Like don't
Yeah,
spend
yeah,
money you don't have. Like don't put it all
mm,
on a
correct,
credit
correct.
card because like
mm,
you're piling up debt for yourself.
Yeah,
I
correct,
think for
correct, correct.
me, like one reason I struggle with money is because like um whenever I make transactions, it's always like pretty small. So like let's say I buy a drink from like 7-Eleven. Let's say it's a two buck drink that I buy it like
Mm,
a few times during the week. So that
mm.
mm,
racks up to like, you know, I don't know how much.
Yeah, I get it.
Let's
I get it. I
say
get
I
it.
bought it 6 times. I'll be spending like
Yeah,
$12 already. So
yeah,
like
yeah.
that's it. Like
It,
it's sort of for me. The problem is like I spend a lot of smaller minor transactions that pile up in the
mm,
end, and like
yeah, yeah,
that
yeah.
mm,
eventually becomes like a problem lah. Because like
mm,
I feel like I don't keep track of it, and I don't
Mm,
monitor it enough. So like it
yeah,
just ends up piling up, and then like at the end of the month I'll
mm,
be like, oh crap, I have no savings. Or like
mm.
halfway during the month I'll be like, oh, where all my money go, you know?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So yeah, yeah, I think that's the problem with me. But I think during COVID, like it really changed my perspective on like spending and like money, like, cause like
Mm.
with everything that's going on in the economy. And then like sometimes I mean, because like we just by reading the news and seeing how many people have lost their jobs, it's just like
Mm.
Yeah.
I just appreciated money a bit more. And I was like, okay,
Mm.
like do I really need what I am buying? If I do, then
Correct.
like, you know,
Mm.
like maybe I
Yeah.
can consider it. Like, yeah. But
Yeah.
then like
Yeah.
I think my perspective has changed in the sense that I don't really buy on impulse anymore. Because I think like
Mm.
back then
That's
I
good.
would be like, oh man, I really want this pair of jeans, let's say.
Mm.
And I'm just like, okay, I'll just buy it now and I'll not think about it for like the rest of the month. But then like
Yeah.
after I buy something, then I'm like, oh, that looks nice too. Then like I would go there and I would like, hey,
Yeah.
why not? You know. So yeah, I think yeah, that's the yeah that's the thing with me. Yeah.
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 I actually heard of like this like 40 30 20 10 ratio, like what is it actually? Because I have no clue what it is.
Okay.
Oh,
So basically, right, the 40/30/20/10 ratio is like people sort of say like it's a good way for you to a, a proportion your money properly lah, basically, right?
okay.
Yeah.
So 40 is sort of like you spend 40% of your allowance or income, whatever, on your
Mhm.
Yeah.
expenses, right?
Mm-hmm.
30% you spend it for like yourself or for others, meaning like go out for food, that kind of thing lah.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Okay.
friends' birthday party, birthday present, that kind of thing lah.
Okay.
Mm.
20% of it you save, which is
Mm.
the amount that was advised lah to save 20%. And
Mm-hmm.
10% is for tithing. For those of you who are like Christian or like Muslim or you all have to tithe, right? Yeah. So
Mm.
10% of it should be for your
Right.
tithing lah.
I see. I
Like
see.
for me, what I do is that every time I get my allowance, right, I set my priorities right first. In the sense
Yeah.
where
Mm-hmm.
once I get my allowance, I take 10% out straight away to tithe. Because I don't want to
Right.
come up with excuse saying like at the end of the month I have no money to tithe, then I skip tithing, that kind of thing lah.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
And
Mm.
secondly is for those of you who are saving or those of you who are investing even, you should like take out the money that you want to invest or save first and put it one
Mm.
side, or just
Yeah.
save it or invest it at the start of the month. Because
Mm.
honestly, what happens, like what Isaac said also, like what happens to like a lot of people is that sometimes we spend a lot and then we don't keep track of our like our transactions and everything. Then it's
Yeah.
sort
Yeah.
of like at the end of the month, you're like, oh, I wanted to save $50, but I'm left with like five
Five
bucks,
ringgit.
something like that, lah. Five
Yeah.
Mm.
ringgit, yeah, something like that. So like I read somewhere that it's good for you to pay yourself first, in the sense,
Right.
pay yourself in terms
Mm.
of like whether you want to save, whether you want to invest, or in terms of tithing. Just
Mm.
set your priorities straight first, and you can just live off the rest of it, lah. Because like honestly, for us as teenagers in this COVID era, we have it pretty good. We don't have expenses already. We don't have to
Yeah.
pay rent. We don't have to pay
Yeah.
for food unless we grab
Transport.
lah. Yeah, transport we
Yeah.
save already. Last time we were going to college, we had to spend so much on transport, spend so much on
Yeah.
food, that kind
LRT.
of
Oh my
thing,
gosh.
LRT and everything. Yeah. So I feel like for now, it's good for us to start, I don't know, building good money management habits or
Habits.
Yeah.
something
Yeah.
like that. Lah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I've like saw, I think I don't know, heard about this thing where something about the 10% is 10% thingy. It's like I
Mm,
don't know how what's the correct term for it, but it's like you let's say if you want to get like an asset lah, like a car
mm,
or property, you only spend um 10% of what you earn monthly, that kind of
Okay.
thing. So like
oh,
if let's say your monthly income 5,000, so you only set you set the limit,
mm,
which is 10%, which is 500 lah, right? So
mm,
you only spend 500 on the asset, so that it kind
okay,
of limits you, and so that you don't overspend as well lah.
So like
mm,
you
So I actually,
so
yeah,
like you
I
you
find it,
put away the money, is it? And then like you just save it up. Is
yeah.
that what you're
So
saying?
let's say if you're using the same example, so it's 5,000, right?
Mm.
mm,
So 5,000, so you put away 4,005, and then 500. You can use your 500 on either cars or rent lah, if you
Oh,
are
okay.
looking for one. Yeah. So I actually find it quite um interesting because
Mm.
as a teenager or as like a young adult, like you never really thought of that before because like for me, what goes through my head when I get like a lump sum of money, it's like
Spend
time to
lah, spend.
spend, boys.
Time
you
to
know,
time to buy all my friends dinner or time to buy all my
Yeah.
friends lunch.
yeah. So
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
I think it's a pretty good concept and it's a good way to like
Yeah.
Mm.
money manage lah, you can
I
say.
Correct.
think I like when it comes to saving, I like how the Ming thing kind of puts it. Like he actually saved a lot of he actually saved a lot of money like when he was a kid
Mm.
because like he wouldn't be interested in buying stuff, right? And he always had
Mm.
the principle of do I if I don't buy this will I die, you know, that
Mm.
kind of
Yeah, yeah.
mindset. So
Yeah.
like
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I think with that extreme like concept, like it
Mm.
kind of saved him a lot of money. And
It's
like
true.
that's like because like if you've been following him, like he shares about it a lot. Like he's not rich, but then when he like because of his saving habits, like he's able to afford like whatever he's able to afford now. And I
Yeah.
think that's
Mm.
something like that we should all think about lah, because like
Mm.
I think a little
Mm.
goes a long way. Because so
Mm.
like if now you're watching this and you're like 13 or 14, or like maybe you're 18 like us, or I mean we're
Yeah.
19, and
Mm.
I mean like if you can afford to just save a bit lah, like because you
Yeah,
never
yeah.
know how far it will take you, you know. Just
Right.
Yeah.
put it in a box somewhere in your room, or
Mm.
put it in like a piggy bank somewhere, and then like just
Mm.
forget about it, just like leave it there, you know.
Yeah.
Then like
Mm.
when you're older and you come back and you say, hey, where did this money come from, you know? Like
Mm.
actually it was like from your decades of saving and from your
Yeah.
years of
Yeah. Correct.
saving,
Correct.
but
Correct.
like you
Yeah.
know, like it goes a long way like in the end. So yeah.
Mm.
um yeah, moral of the story is save your money, save your angpao money. If your
Mm.
parents want to keep it, just let them keep it,
not
because you
not
know.
just your
Yeah.
angpao money, your allowance too, man.
Yeah, your
Your
allowance
allowance. So
too.
yeah. Yeah. Correct.
I don't
Correct.
think people get allowance nowadays during COVID, but sure. Angpao money, allowance money, just save lah. You know, like
Hey,
Yeah.
do you get like birthday money or not? Do you guys get birthday
bro.
Yeah.
money?
Uh, I don't think so. No, I think from
No.
not from my parents, like not from my mom or like my family, but like from
Right.
other aunties and uncles lah. Like, cause sometimes they
Ah.
just genuinely don't know what to give you for like a present,
Yeah,
so
Really.
they just give you angpao. Nah,
yeah,
take.
right.
You know, yeah.
I feel like I go through like Chinese New Year twice, because it's like one on like the actual Chinese New Year date, and then the second one is on my birthday. Cause I get ang pao like on both dates, so I was like,
Mm.
cool.
Nice.
That's nice. I never get birthday money.
Really?
Really?
So I don't get
Not
birthday
even
money.
from
Although
like your friends'
it's just not.
parents?
No lah. Friends, parents,
Really?
where got. No lah. No one give me money one. No, in the sense where I come to the point where I wouldn't, even when my parents ask me what I want, I wouldn't really ask anything lah. Right.
Mm.
But
Wow, how
hello
reasonable.
now. But now if they ask me what I want them to get me, I'll just say I want money. Thank you. just bang it to my account. Yeah.
Nice. Nice. Okay. I think with that, that's a good place to wrap it up.
Mm.
If you're watching this on YouTube, thanks for watching. Remember to like and subscribe. We're on Spotify and Apple Podcasts as well. If you're listening from there, hey, shout out to you guys. And yeah, just remember to like and subscribe. Follow us on Spotify, follow us on Apple Podcasts so you stay updated with the latest episodes of our
Yes.
show.
Yeah.
So I think with that, that was it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Save your money and don't forget to keep track of your
Like,
spending.
share,
Yes.
and sub too.
And like, share, and subscribe as well.
Subscribe. We
Okay.
got a lot of fun stuff coming up your way.
Yeah, man.
So
Stick
see
around.
you all next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Stay
watch all
tuned.
of our previous episodes. Thanks.
Adios, amigos.
Bye.
See ya.
See you.